Hey everyone, this is Buffalo Picker coming at you with another video. I have finally finished the Barbie video and I know I'm late. Yeah, I know I'm late. But anyway, without further ado, let's get it on.
The king of Barbies. That's for sure.
Bob, what's up with the Barbies, man? I need all these Barbies packed up. Every year you fall in love with the Barbies. Don't try to hold no Barbies back, man.
Sweet on them
Right.
girls. You've been sweet on them girls for a long time, boy.
Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? It's plain to see.
Y'all, I am so glad that I am done with the Barbie video. I did not know people were seriously looking for this video. I was getting the IG thread saying that, people was going to stop following me. I'm going to unsubscribe. You said you was making this video 30 days ago. You haven't made the video. Well, I'm done. It is here. So the things I'm going to talk about is how I got into reselling Barbies. I'm going to talk a little about my mentor. She's not here. I wish she was, but I'm going to tell a little bit about her. Some of the history of the Barbie. I picked a couple of the designers to talk about for Barbie. Also, my packing and prepping technique and things that you need to look for if you out in search of buying Barbies to flip. So yeah, let's get to it. I was in the top 10% on eBay my first year selling Barbies.
That's impressive.
They kind of like, that became my niche, man. I just started collecting them. So that's just a few of the ones that.
Looks like a Barbie man.
So just like any other reseller, I just didn't know what to sell. With so many products and ideals I had going through my head, I just, I knew I had a passion for toys. So what I would do is go out, and if you sell on Amazon, you know how it goes. You go out and you scan all these items and you come up with zero. So I just like, I couldn't find no product. So I went on different websites just looking for toys, trying to see, what I could find to get ungated or items that I can find just to even sell on eBay. And I ran across this lady named Miss Victoria, which was a blessing in disguise. I mean, this lady taught me so much about Barbies. I remember a story, I'm just gonna tell one, is that when I first met her, she was like, what are you doing trying to buy Barbies? What are you gonna do with them? Because she was just, she's in her 60s and she's looking at me like, what is this guy want with some Barbies? So I was telling her that, hey, I'm a reseller and, I'm looking for something to sell and you got some nice Barbies. And she was like, well, hey, I'm gonna sell you these, but when you come back for some more, you better be able to tell me something about Barbies. And once I get these Barbies, I'm good. I don't want to be in the Barbie niche anyway. So, and I got those Barbies, and those Barbies sold like wildfire. And I'm like, what am I gonna do now? So, of course, called Miss Victoria for another load. And my knowledge on Barbie was like novice. I really didn't, know anything about Barbies. I knew that, Barbie had a cult following and stuff, and I knew that, little girls like Barbies, but as far as the knowledge base go with Barbies, I was on zero. So I hit her up and she was like, yeah, I got 20 more you can buy, come on through. So I met up with her and she was like, who invented the Barbie? And I was like, I I don't know, Mattel. And she was like, Mattel? Oh, Jesus. So, make a long story short, she did sell me the 20 Barbies, and she basically told me that, you know, I'll teach you what you need to know about Barbies, and that if you're gonna sell a product, you at least need to know something about the product. And for me, it was all about the money. All I wanted to do was, you know, buy something, make the flip or whatever. But I can say that, you know, I do understand the lesson that she was teaching me, in which I did put time in and start studying the Barbies. That's how I learned the different values on Barbies, you know, what to look for in Barbies, you know, how to negotiate prices. When it comes to Barbies, there's certain things you have to look for, and she taught me a lot of those small things that I have to look for that will determine the value if you want to sell Barbies outside of eBay and Amazon, which I have sold a few outside of that platform. And she also told me that it's a platform that you can sell Barbies only, but on that particular platform, the prices that you pay for Barbies on eBay and Amazon is extremely low compared to this one site. And I don't really want to get that site out, but that's basically where when she want to make some quick money, she'll sell one of her Barbies there. And she have high dollar Barbies. I'm telling you, her Barbies is up there because she got all signatures. The famous like designers, Bob Mackie and Carol Spencer and the Ruth husband. You know, the story goes with her as well is that her aunt used to be a maid for Ruth, and Ruth would give the maids Barbies, signed Barbies. When she created a Barbie or new Barbie is released by Mattel, she would ask you know, maid or whatever how many kids they got, and then she would bring them that many Barbies. You know, so yeah, this lady, I'm definitely glad to have in my court. I wish I could have got her on this video, which would have made this video a whole lot easier because she has so much knowledge when it comes to Barbies. You know, I call her Miss Southern Belle, but you know, I asked her to come on the video and do, you know, a short interview. And when she turned that down, I asked her if I could get a photo and put a photo up, because, you know, out of respect, I'm gonna ask her, you know, before I post her photo. And she was like, no, I don't want nothing to do with YouTube. So I understand that. I have to respect that. Ruth Handler. If you would have asked me something about this lady 3 years ago, I wouldn't been able to tell you anything because I didn't know who she were until I met Miss Victoria. Ruth was watching her daughter play with some paper dolls one day, and she had this idea that if she created a three-dimensional doll with adult body and wardrobe, how would that be for a child who is having a lot of difficulties and limitations with playing with the paper dolls? She presented that to Mattel, and they gave her a lot of pushback at the time. You know, most of the corporations were male driven, and being that she was a female, it was a uphill battle for her. But one day she was in Europe, and she noticed what they call the Lily doll. It was basically a gag toy for adults. So she made this purchase, brought the doll back home, and she reworked the design, and later on called the doll Barbie, which is named after her daughter, Barbara. In 1959, she released the first Barbie, and it was a immediate success amongst kids and adults. She later on went to advertise that particular doll on Disney, which was one of the first companies to start advertising and doing commercials with toys. And then later on she made a doll which supposed to be Barbie boyfriend Ken, which was actually named after her son. So yeah, Ruth was definitely ahead of her time for that era, and her life story was from November 1916 to April 2002. If you ask someone who is the designer for Barbies, the first name come to mind is Bob Mackie. Although we know Barbie has several designers, the two famous ones is Bob Mackie and Carol Spencer. A lot of people don't know that name, but this lady worked for Mattel from 1963 to 1998. She was charged with dressing Barbies for almost 35 years. Actually, she retired 8 years after Bob Mackie became a designer for Barbie. But yeah, if you look her up, she has a lot of designs. Her most famous design is known as the Golden Jubilee Barbie, which carries her signature on the upper back of the Barbie. So if you run across that, you have found some gold. In accordance to Miss Victoria, if you have the Barbie, the Golden Jubilee with Carol's signature on the back, and you have the box with Ruth Handler signature on the front, you basically got gold. So be on the lookout if you can find that. I know she have two, and she told me I couldn't afford it, but hey, you know, we'll see how that goes. I made a little short slideshow for the Bob Mackie dolls, since he have some extreme designs, which, you know, some are beautiful, some are like, what is he doing? But hey, you know, he know more about design than I do. So here we go. Okay, so these are the items that I use when I'm shipping my Barbies to Amazon. I use bubble wrap. I use the FBA label, which you will get for each individual item that you ship to Amazon. This is an example. I also use this label. It is the set do not separate label, along with the suffocation warning for kids. I have my tape and two different size boxes. This box here is a 14 by 8 by 4. This is what I consider the medium to small size Barbies. And I have the 15 by 12 by 6. These boxes come from Uline. Wrap around my Barbie. Sometimes I take it the long way. Sometimes I take it the short way. But I make sure I wrap the box completely. Put a strip of tape on it. Place it inside the box. All right, this is what a finished product look like. I basically put the FBA label near the seam. I place the tape over it, and I also put my sticker here. This is a set do not separate, along with the warning signs for suffocation. You might say this a bit much, but when it comes to protecting my goods, especially my Barbies, I want to go the extra mile to make sure that if my item doesn't sell, once it get to FBA and Q4 is over, I want it back the same way that I sent it. So over the years, I have found out that shipping it to Amazon like this, placing the label on it so that they don't open it up by mistake, I always get these back, and I only get a few back, but when I do get them back, I get it back the same way that I shipped. So if you want to use the tip, that's fine, but if you want to do it, just basically putting a bubble wrap over your Barbie and, you know, shipping it to FBA. Hopefully it sells and you don't have to get a return. So yeah. And this is what I look for. Anybody out there that want to get into venture into Barbies, this is what you want to look for. You want to make sure that these boxes don't have any blemishes, and make sure that they are sealed on the back. And if all those meet the standards, you're gonna be able to make some good money on these Barbies.
Yes,
So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. What I did was added some clips towards the end from my Friday night show where I was able to show some of the Barbies that I collected over the last year. Once again, I want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting my channel on Friday night. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it down into the comments. Like and subscribe, Buffalo Picker. This is my first video for 2021. Thank you all for all the support. See you on the next video.
Devil dog, yeah, I do have a Barbie.